The tarot today, we've got the High Priestess upside down, which means someone is hiding things. And the other one we've got here is the Dreamer Princess, as you can see in the bottom. She's got a gift of telling, and she is also hiding. What are they hiding? Well, as usual, when I talk to you, I talk about thought forms. And I had a lecture the other day that all the thought forms are made up of information, data. So what are these ladies doing is they're hiding information. This one as well. So what does it mean for us? Okay. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Now, the strange thing is that I'm wearing multiple hats. It's funny because I do this because I've only got this hand and the hand that's holding the phone. And if I was the goddess Kali, I would have all kinds of arms that could hold lots of things, but I don't. And so I put extra hats that I've got on my head, and it was funny the other day I walked in, and I forgot that I had two hats on my head, and someone looked at me very strangely, and I hope they had a laugh. Okay, getting back to your tarot cards. So this one has got the gift of telling, but she's not telling. She's the Dreamer Princess. And this one, we've got rainbow energy, and she's got a really funky hairdo on her head here. What else? And that looks like she's coming out of a lake. If I turn it upside down this way. So she's coming out of a lake. She's got a rainbow around her chest. She's got really weird hair, and we've got mountains and verdant foothills in this area here. So what does it all mean? What it means is, in the context of me talking about our reality is made up of data, there is hidden information. And the hidden information gets to my previous talk, which I didn't really complete. It's how do you change the reality that you're in? It seems from the tarot cards there are hidden ways of doing it. Now, how are we going to get to this hidden information? Yesterday I was reading The Convoluted Universe. I can't remember. It might have been part 3 by Dolores Cannon, who did hypnotism of thousands of people during her lifetime. And she got past their conscious minds, and she got into the subconscious. And the subconscious has got all the information about everything, present, past, and future. And it can change reality. And when it talked with Dolores through the hypnotized people, it went on to do some healing work. So how do you access the subconscious without being hypnotized by someone like Dolores Cannon? You have to figure it out. And I don't have an answer. And there's ideas like, well, you could hypnotize yourself. There's auto-hypnosis. But what I'm using right now is the tarot card. And this is the tarot of the She. Right here. And the She are the fairy folks, okay? Now, if you get a deck of cards, you don't even have to have specialty tarot cards. You can use a regular deck of playing cards and pull some cards and then just use your Google or DuckDuckDuck or whatever you're using as a search engine. Punch in the symbology of the card that you pulled and see what you get. So this is a way to access the subconscious and get information. And in the end, what we've got here with these two is that there's hidden information. Who's it hidden from? Me, for the purposes of this lecture, so I can talk about it, so that you get the information. And if you want to access the subconscious, get out your deck and see what you want to do. I've talked about other ways of using things that like tarot cards, and they're called stichiomancy and bibliomancy, which is basically turning to a page at random in either a regular book or the Bible, but you can read tea leaves. You can. Sometimes what I do is I take a bunch of clothing, my clothing that's going to go in the wash, and I roll it all up in a ball and I throw it down the stairs. And then I read my clothing to see on the stairs what it says to me. Now, you have to be like a child to do this, because an adult might put you in clink saying that you're crazy. You're not crazy, but you have to be like a child. And you know, if a child did it, 7-year-old child did it, and they come up with a story for their mummy, mummy wouldn't take them to the psychiatrist. Mummy would say, oh, she's got a great imagination. She came up with a story based upon, you know, the way the clothes fell down onto the stairs. And that's what I want you to do, because this is the biggest problem with adults, is that they feel like they have to behave in a certain way for other adults so they don't get called crazy. Now, this also condemns psychiatrists. I wholeheartedly condemn psychiatrists unless they are experts in Carl Jung or Sigmund Freud. And in my experience, they are completely idiotic and they don't even know who these people are. It's hard to believe. What they are very high-priced pill pushers for Rockefeller medicine. Rockefeller medicine is all about pills that are made from chemicals. So that's why I have big problems with modern medicine, because it's all about chemicals. And it doesn't get to people and their minds, which have nothing to do with chemicals whatsoever, despite what they tell you about serotonin reuptake inhibitors and all kinds of bullshit and bafflegab. But these are very high-priced drug dealers. And you think very poorly of drug dealers selling drugs on the corner of your street. And I think very poorly of psychiatrists that are pushing pills on, very expensive pills on people. Does it help some people? It might. But I don't want to be one of their victims, because people say I threw clothing down the stairs and then my imagination came up with a good story and they call me psychotic. So that's why I condemn psychiatrists, and I condemn everyone else who says, oh, you're too old to do childish things. Anyway, that's my opinion. Everyone's entitled to one. And as far as this goes, what are these hidden bits of information? Keep watching my channel and see what else comes up. And we'll see if we can get to the root of the hidden information. Thank you. I'm Harry Weaver, your navigator.